emotion that might bring up some guilt in parents that a lot of parents don't want to talk about. It's that it can be painful to be around non-disabled children. It may be painful to see how easy things are for other kids. There could be some grief involved in what you perceive your child is missing. We kind of touched on this when we talked yesterday, Diane, but how can parents deal with these emotions? And I'd also love for you to touch on when we talked about how that can span a lifetime and look a little different.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's coming back to, again, kind of bumping up against our reality of what we're dealing with what it looks like in, as I call it, the civilian world, something in this other universe. Because one of the things, and I can remember this so clearly, is when I was home alone with my boy, both boys, but my older boy in particular, he just seemed like this little perfect human being. This is just who he was. So it wasn't until I would go somewhere else and see all these other children doing all these things that my son was supposed to developmentally be able to do, that the grief would really hit. And so often parents I talk to, it seems like the place that occurs most vividly is birthday parties. I mean, because birthday parties mark milestones. They mark age milestones. And other children and their abilities are all on display. Sometimes people feel like they are betraying their own children by feeling sad that their child isn't able to do what other children are doing. But it is a normal kind of thing. It's a normal kind of feeling of loss. Like, yes, that's what it might have been like, but that's not what it's like now. And when I was sharing with Lindsay yesterday, those kinds of things don't happen as frequently, certainly. First of all, I'm not going to little kids' birthday parties very much. My son is an adult. But in this phase of my life and my extended family's life, my sisters are becoming grandmothers. And I will not become a grandmother. I will have great nieces and nephews, but I will not be a grandmother ever. And that sense of loss is my own. It's not a loss my son experiences. He has no interest in having children, but it's my loss. And so, it kind of rears its head every once in a while. And I think the idea of feeling guilty about having that emotion is reminding yourself that this is what grieving looks like.